Is it a motorcycle? Nope. Is it a four-wheeler? Nope. What it is a John Deere lawnmower that I just got for free. No idea what's wrong with it. I know nothing about it, but we're going to dig into it and see what's going. Plus, I need a break from that flippin' Harley. Drive me insane. You guys can't see that. There's a video coming up on this. I need a break from this thing. Waiting on parts for that. You guys seen that one. Waiting on parts. I need a break from this thing. So, it's John Deere time. So the only thing I do know about this machine is that it doesn't run as per usual, like the things that roll into this garage. So first thing I'm going to do is pop the hood, get a good look. It's not too bad. Oh, we've got a brand new battery and a brand new starter. So surprisingly, the engine doesn't look all that bad. Brand new battery. B23, that's worth it in itself. I'm just kind of looking for massive holes in the block. There's an oil leak up there in the valve cover. That's pretty common for these little small engines. 19.5 horse, not too bad. A lot of oil over here. That's concerning. Give this oil a check. See if we even got anything in there. Oh yeah, we've got oil in there. So there must not be a massive hole in the block if there's still some oil in there. Let's see. Oh, it does. Oh. It does turn, but it stops really, really aggressive. So basically what I'm doing here is, this is the flywheel, and I'm spinning this. And you should be able to do a full 360 rotation of it. And I was testing this to see if the engine was locked up. And it does spin. But you hear that? It's hitting bad. So my first impression would be that it threw a rod, and the rod's hitting the case. Let's take a look at our oil filter, or air filter here. That looks fairly respectable. So what I think I'm going to do is pull some of these plug wires out, stick my inspection cam down there, and see if both cylinders are moving. What I'm trying to do is pull a plug wire off. They feel like they haven't come off in 20 years. This spark plug's loose. That's okay. Makes our life easier. Let's take a look at this plug. You know, she ain't perfect. Soaking wet, covered in oil, carboned up. That's okay. I mean, it's not okay. We'll have to replace it, obviously, but let's go ahead and scope in there and see what we got. All right, you guys are gonna have to keep an eye on this for me to see if this piston moves when I rotate the flywheel. Let's see. So right now I'm turning the flywheel, and you can see that piston is not moving. So what we've got going on right now is this thing was probably ran, and you got the connecting rod and the piston on top. Imagine it's like this, right? Piston is this hand, connecting rod's this hand. There's a crankshaft down here that's driving this whole assembly. What happened is this arm, this connecting rod here, broke. So now the crankshaft's moving around and the rod's just laying in there. So the piston's not going to move because the crankshaft can't push up the arm because the arm's broke. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and pull this engine out. I think it's time that we cue up time lapse. What are you guys feeling today? Hip hop? No. R&B? Pop? No. Classical jazz, maybe? Rock? Oh, let's do it. And out she goes. So we've got the engine on the bench now. You can hear there's some parts rattling around inside. This is single cylinder. For some reason, I really thought it would be a twin cylinder, but I guess I should have known when I only seen one spark plug. Let's go ahead. Let's get this oil out of here. Let's go ahead and get a block under this and start pulling case bolts. Normally, when I'm doing this, I always wash these engines, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. So I'm really just kind of pulling it apart just to see what's going on. All right. They've got Loctite on them. All right. Here's the moment of truth. Let's pop this cover. All right, what do you guys think it's going to be? My vote is broken connecting rod. Go ahead and leave a comment if you'd like with what your vote is. Well, I heard a chunk. Okay. So I just popped that cover. That popped out. Let's see. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Let me move you in closer. It's worse than I thought. It's way worse than I thought. Pretty undisturbed look of what happened in here. You can see pieces of our connecting rods sitting there. It looks like the balancer might have worked off itself. The governor arm is, I think, sitting in there wrong. I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. Let's just take that out. That's what the inside of that case looks like. All metal, nice and chunky. So yeah, let's oh, we got a rod cap here. Yes, we do. That bearing is toast. Wow, that's toast. I'm assuming the crank is toast too. Let's go ahead and pull this cam out and kind of address what we got going on here. Try to work this cam out. If it'll go. Nope, it won't. Chunks. And more chunks. Oh, we got a big chunk down here. I'm just seeing now. There we go. You know, our cam actually looks pretty good. Compression release isn't very springy anymore, but this race right here is pretty good. The lobes aren't tore up too bad, so we have a cam that we can save. Push rods are gonna have to come off the top. How our tappets look. That tappet looks pretty good. That tappet looks pretty good. More connecting rod here. Let's see if we could spin our crank free now. Did the balancer let? Oh no, it can't. I see. Well, yep, I just screwed myself. Okay. More chunks. Oh, wow, look at that. That cap bolt completely bent. Wow, what a catastrophic failure. Let's go ahead and pull this valve cover. Looks pretty good up here. Looking pretty clean. All right, that's a little bit better. Oh, wow. I'd say she's pretty carboned up. Gotta get something long in there to push that piston out. There it goes. Yep. There it is. Rod is completely gone. Surprisingly, that wrist pin looks pretty good. So that rod just completely disintegrated. That C-clip's in, as you guys can see. And That one is in. I just can't see it unless it only goes in this way. That might be the way it is on these. I'm not really familiar with these engines. But overall, if this was cleaned up, that piston doesn't really look all that bad either. Let's check out the cylinder. All right, so now that my entire bench is a mess, it usually is, but you know, it's just more of a mess now. Let's go ahead and clean this cylinder wall up. Oh, whoa. That is so weird. This is leaving the weirdest imprint on the towel. Look how dirty that is. That's weird. We've had the weirdest things in the shop lately. I don't get it. All right, let's clean up this cylinder really good. Yeah, it's still on there. I think I'm just gonna run a quick bore dial gauge down it, just to see if it's out around or if it's true. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this here is a bore dial gauge. And what this tells you is if your cylinder is out of round, meaning oval shape, or if it's got a taper to it going down. And there is a spec that you can have an acceptable amount of taper and an acceptable amount of out around, but it's very minute. It's within the thousandths. So right now, that's what I'm checking for. If I can get my tool back in there. And I have got it zeroed out already. And if we're bigger, if we go past this zero here, and you want to measure it in 3 spots and steps down from the bore, And now you want to check it the other way. I know you guys can't see the gauge. Top's good, middle's good, bottom's good. So this bore here is actually spot on perfect. This bore dial gauge did not go past the zero, so it is spot on. All right, guys, so I think that's gonna about do it for this one. Let me know down below what you think I should do with this. Do you think I should rebuild it? Do you guys want to see this thing run again, or do you think I should throw it in the garbage? I'm leaning more on the option of rebuilding it. Checking all these bearing races and everything, they all look pretty good. We just looks like we had a connecting rod failure. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys want to see, and if I do end up rebuilding it, I'll make a video on it. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Usually we're not working on these mowers here. This is foreign for us. We're usually working on bikes or quads or more bikes. But you know, I figured this would be a really cool video to make. That thing was giving me internal headache. You'll see the video coming up soon on that one. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching.